Okay, it's a me. Hello. How's everyone doing? Good to see all you. Hope you're having a wonderful day thus far. Oh my god, it has an echo cast? It does, Jaybridge. I know like nothing about it. I haven't even watched BG3 streams. Um, but yeah, it has an extension. Another W for this game. The W's are limitless. I look presentable? Probably. Yeah, that's fine. Good enough. Um, so yeah, definitely not my usual content. Expect extra chill vibes, low traffic today, but that's fine because I love this game. I want to play this game more. This has been like my main off-stream time. Although as of yesterday, I've been splitting it with the new Pokemon DLC, which is fun. But yeah, for clarity, this is gonna be my the I've completed 3 playthroughs. I have one co-op, one in progress. This will be my fourth solo run. My fourth, run not with friends. My third playthrough was one character, just my player character, Tactician difficulty, and that was fun. So this I want to do. I have control of 2 characters. This will likely be easier in some places, but harder in some places than solo, because stealthing around will be a bit harder unless I like really separate them out, or have both doing the same thing. But the motivation behind me having 2 characters is I want to break the game more, um, with bigger damage numbers and such. For anyone who doesn't know about this game, this is one of the best RPGs ever made. Just flat out, easily one of the highlights of the year. Um, Very quickly shot up to top 10 selling games on Steam of all time. It was in early access for like 2 years, 3 years almost, and the full release was finally last month. Baldur's Gate 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, and 3 is just like a worthy successor. It's great. Not having 2 characters any different than the full party 4. Well, you're gonna have fewer bases covered in terms of things like skill checks, um, less power in combat than having a party of 4. The main point of comparison I'm interested to see how it works out is how it compares to having 1, because I completed a run with just 1, just me. I had no help in combat at any point. So I want to bully the game a bit with 2. Is there a character named Balder? Do they have a limp Baldur's Gate? So actually, this extension, what tab is that under? Under gameplay. May as well enable that. Oh, says it's connected. That should work. But this game with all 4 characters, I am a turbo nerd, and I have too much time in this game. It took me time, like, I don't learn things the fastest. It took me time to figure shit out. Loading screen. I have 385 hours in this game already, so. What atrocities you regularly commit in this RPG? Ask for my Dalish friends. I'm so glad you asked, Jaybridge, because we're gonna have to. I'm gonna need you to tell me which evils I'm committing. So, I'll give you some more thorough background on that. So, new game, Tactician. Will we be fridging the frog lady? That's question number 1. Will I be fridging the frog lady for character benefit, but also to save a bunch of other characters? Basically, without getting into specifics, this game follows a 3-act structure. Now, Act 1 and Act 2 both have good paths versus evil paths. The evil paths, you really don't get anything except you kill a lot of named characters and close off a bunch of things. In Act 2, there is one thing to be gained from doing evil path, but it's at the cost of a lot. But there's sort of like a second way you can get that perk, which you can reduce the number of casualties down to 1. And Frog Lady, aka her in the cutscene, she's just kind of the most expendable for this choice. So yeah, if you're sensitive about stuff going in eyes, sorry. You doing? So similar to Dragon Age Origins, there's a bunch of character origins you can pick from. In fact, you can be any of these 6 recruitable companions as your player character instead, and you have their background and everything, and the game adjusts accordingly. Obviously, they won't be recruitable again, but you will be them. You will have their story beats play out from your perspective instead of as an additional party. It's quite cool. A few characters change how they react to you. But then there's this 7th one, the Dark Urge, which, if you have played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Dark Urge is the true sequel to those games. It's the true sequel. Custom character is somewhat disconnected from like the story in a way that the other ones aren't. But Dark Urge for me is like the way to consume this game. I have trouble not just picking Dark Urge. OBS is doing concerning shit. OBS, you okay? I know, it's just my audio meters are laggy. Everything else is fine. I've got a Dark Urge bonk. Okay, so from a power gaming perspective, you're going to be getting a lot of that here because I've done a few playthroughs, and you know me, I stare at skill trees and optimize the fun out of games until I start having fun. In terms of companions here, Will has one good weapon exclusive to him. You need him in your party in some way, shape, or form during one major story event, and then you get an additional weapon, which is actually quite good. Shadowheart is one of my favorite characters. However, she's like the most optional in terms of you miss out on basically nothing by not having her. Gale, I'm gonna be honest, 2 of my 3 playthroughs, Gale was dead the entire time, and I didn't care. Lae'zel is pretty expendable. Karlach is absolutely the loveliest person you'll ever meet. W character. And Astarion is the most powerful of all the companions in the game. So I can be any of these 6, or I can be Dark Urge. Now, as I said before, Dark Urge is my favorite way to play the game. It adds a lot of additional story stuff and changes how you even are capable of handling a bunch of things in the game. Each of the characters has a cool little intro blurb. We'll play Dark Urges.
My rancid blood whispers to me, kill, kill, and kill again. My ruined body yearns to reap death in this world. And when this foul urge calls, it possesses my whole being. Injured beyond repair, I know nothing besides this. I must resist the dark urge,
He
lest
said the
it
thing.
consume my mind.
Stop it.
I must discover who I was and what happened to me before my twitching knife hand writes a tragedy in blood.
The voice acting goes absolutely crazy in this game. If you couldn't tell. Also, how's the audio? I need you guys to be my guinea pig here. OBS is really doing weird shit. Seems a little quiet, but it's coming through. I can turn up the audio. That's no problem. A little soft? Okay. I turned it up. Hey, Sorsky. Is it over for Remnant 2? No. I played Remnant 2 and nothing but Remnant 2 for a month and a half on stream, and then I did one stream of Borderlands 3. Now I'm doing a Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. I just playing other things occasionally does not mean I'm done with the game. I just, there's other things I've been wanting to stream, and I'm finally getting around to doing that. Never any love for Cyric, it's always Bane, Ball, and Merkel. Yeah, Cyric doesn't get the accolades that... I mean, Cyric's a dick, but, like, an accomplished dick. Accomplished dick was my nickname in high school, by the way. It absolutely wasn't. I've been a variety-ish streamer. Yeah. I sometimes I'll fixate and play the same thing for, like, a couple months at a time, and I switch. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's being very vocal this morning. And he very much wants attention. Does not want me to stop petting him. He's not very good at catting either. His balance sucks. Matt, you're shedding into my coffee. Lucky you're cute. Okay, so I'm thinking Dark Urge. We don't play the Dragonborn race because as cool as it looks in terms of actual performance, it sucks a lot. That's my start streaming alarm. I started early today. If you didn't notice. I think pets takes priority over balance. That's fair. I can relate to that. Okay, so what aesthetic do we want? Morning, Axel. How are you? What aesthetic do we want? Because in terms of, like, power for this, I'm probably going to go either half orc or halfling. Now, halflings are short kings. The consequence of being short is that your movement sucks. You just can move less per turn. And that's going to be annoying if I'm not playing a ranged character. But, like, Lucky as a feature is insane. Also advantage versus fear is good. And a half orc just has a free cheat death and also crits harder than everyone else with melee. And has dark vision and has normal movement. Probably one of these. Now you tell me it sucks. How you doing, Sybil? Who's the thickest? Like, you're forced to be thick when you're a dragonborn or a half orc. Like, you're big. You're big. Your only body types are swole. That's all you got. I suppose with the short ones, you're just wide. Then with the more humanoid ones, you have a variety of options. You could still be thick. But you can also be small. Longstrider? Yeah. More genital options and body types. Actually, Night Poker. It's true. It's true. Side note, I had to remember to go into the menu and turn off nudity and genitals before I went live because I knew I would forget. So thinking of what class and stuff I want to do. With duo, if I'm focusing solely on breaking the game, there's absolutely no reason to not go sorcerer monk or wizard monk. But for like a more well-rounded experience, I'll probably go ranger. I know, ranger again. I'm so daring. I totally haven't done that before. Um, Maybe ranger with a caster of some kind. Make monk like Goku does a Kamehameha. You can. You can also make monk like Goku in that, like, you can punch a god to death. So that's always an option. I'm thinking this Savage Attacks feature is really good, but it specifies a melee weapon attack. I'm most likely gonna be using ranged stuff or unarmed. Neither which benefit, so I would just be going half orc for the dark vision, which a bunch of other races get, and the cheat deck, which is good, but like not necessarily necessary. The other option is Zariel Tieflings are really good because you get basically a paladin smite feature, but you get it. It's once per long rest, but you can do it on ranged attacks, and that's really strong. You also get this really good cantrip the whole time. Which integrations, I mean, we can make your life worse. You can try. I don't know how much I'll allow. I don't know how much it lets you do. Thanks for testing. Okay, we're gonna be based. We're gonna be a short king. Still be a ranger. Let us insta kill you. You're not into giant mech battles, no interest in Armored Core. A lot of other games on my plate right now, and it's not something I have an active interest in, Sorsky. It's not something I'm like against or anything. Just there's a lot I'm already doing. I got this. Pokemon are the things I'm mainly playing right now. I am still playing Remnant. Every once in a while, Borderlands 3 works its way in. Cyberpunk DLC is soon. Don't really have time for Armored Core. Okay, so yeah, I think we'll start Ranger. Intelligence. Listen, intelligence is the dump stat. We're gonna be the himbo halfling. We'll get a headpiece that'll make us smarter fairly soon. Having neutral wisdom is cringe, but level 1.
Where to next? What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Perfect. Ranger, I barely know her.
Wary. This place is trapped.
That skin tone does not match the picture. Sir, you've catfished me. have glorious, luscious locks. We could have this choice of haircut. It's certainly a choice that can be made. Or this one. The thing is, you can't change your character's appearance, so if we do something that makes him not... Like, if you can't take him seriously, you're never gonna be able to take him seriously. The Dark Urge wishes to speak with the manager of Baldur's Gate. I mean, we can roleplay that. We can roleplay that. Give him a glorious beard. Oh, it looks like it's all One Piece. Yes. Is this what One Piece is about? I like to imagine this is One Piece. Yeah, that's amazing. No notes. Makeup, just a little bit of eyeliner. No. The natural look suits the Dark Urge. No, this works too. This is fine. Just a normal face, just with things going on. And we gotta have a neck tattoo that's hidden by the beard, but a neck tattoo is there to warn all other characters that you are in fact dealing with a questionable individual. It's a little neck tattoo, just as a treat. We have piercings too. We know what I'm looking for. Where is it? There it is. I haven't made a goofy character in this. Well, that's not true. I made the douchiest half-orc possible. Can you pierce your wang? I mean, with enough tenacity, I imagine you can, yes. That hair. Isn't it great how it just flows into the beard? Like, I'm so hypnotized by it. I can't look away. Okay, yeah, that's good. Advantage on stealth checks. That's tempting. Advantage saving throws against poison, resist poison. So, like, this will be good for one boss fight in Act 1, and then, like, never again. So, we're gonna go with this. Ability scores. You can change everything later except for your race and appearance. So, like, stats and class. Flexible. We will be respecking several times throughout the run. 16 strength is so we can jump farther. That's going to be important. I don't need survival. Athletics. BDG3. I don't know about the D, but yes. There's always room for the D. How you doing, Nunu? Hey, Craig. How are you? But there's a mod to Piercer Wang? Almost certainly. Hey, Hazel. Is that shiny tangerine leather? Now I'm obsessed with the idea of making leather armor out of, like, actual tangerines. Like, is that doable? How many tangerines would it take? Hey, Rabbit, how are you? Look like a Cro-Magnon dwarf elder who models on the side. I'm a halfling, thank you very much. And look how there's no divide between the hair and the beard. It's fascinating. Alright, there's only one thing we could name this character. It's the only answer.
You need a guardian. Choose one.
Now, I could customize the Guardian. I don't really want to. Just make him some half-orc.
Remarkable. Truly.
Make him purple for reasons. Yeah, I don't care what you look like. Is Guardian your twin? That'd be confusing. We're gonna new PoE build. Chat to piece about the First Descendant. How are you and the other two First Descendant fans doing? Couple thousand in the Discord. Couple thousand what? Enablers? Plus Moxie? Yeah, I assume Moxie was one of the other two. Squid Game? It's not inaccurate. That's where Maya went? Mm-hmm. The Squid Game. Maya's inability to open doors would not do her any favors in this game, though. I'll tell you that much. Curious, what's the issue? There's no issue, I just don't see anything that makes it remotely interesting for my own interest. It's emblematic of how stale and boring the looter genre is, and how people will latch onto anything even if it has no different qualities or real draw. Like all the other looters came out in the last 2 years. People will play it for a month and then forget it exists. Hey, Big Bog, how you doing? I haven't watched this cutscene in a while, so like. Remember, this is Dungeons and Dragons, so it's a 3. An epic opening. It just goes so incredibly hard. It really sets the tone super well. I already forgot my character's a meme. Oh no.
The blood in your head thrums and pounds. That pounding blood obscures who you are. An overwhelming loss of memory. How you ended up amidst these hellish flames is just as hidden. You have nothing in your skull, besides your name and a headache. But you are in danger.
Say your name aloud. You have a part of yourself. Wag.
The dark urge. Whatever that is you. You will claw back the truth. But first you have to claw your way out of here.
My head.
Okay, so one of the reasons why we go a high strength, despite that not being relevant for an archer right now, is so we can jump places.
Dead.
Jumping lets us avoid a bunch of combat, lets us get some loot we otherwise wouldn't have access to, which is good stuff. Now, starting with a class that can cast the Enhance Jump spell would let me do some things more aggressively, and like in the way I'm used to, but we're gonna be a little bit spicy here.
I feel
I'm also gonna quick save every 5 seconds, so sorry if that upsets anyone. Hey Jester, how you doing? Cheating? What do you mean? What do you mean? Optimum, stop it. Give me my bitrate. I haven't even save scummed yet. I'm gonna now, but... Oh, look at it throbbing.
To save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return. Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us.
Just building the character, I'll resist the urge to save scum anything. I hope I'm gonna try at least. I'm gonna do a run eventually where I don't save scum anything, but like I also think that the stigma on save scumming is stupid because it's a video game and like that's how video games work.
The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient should it prove a threat. Your fingers twitch with the desire to rip its tender, moist meat to shreds.
Imagine a brain full of holes, a brain like your own. No. Interesting what the dice actually dictate for a playthrough. Yeah, that's gonna mean you can't reasonably expect to get access to a lot of specific things, but yeah, it could be interesting.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
Alright.
To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
It's a weird brain. It's an intellect devourer. So it's a creature that teleports itself inside of a skull after psionically obliterating a brain. Then it just kind of leeches the corpse until it's done. So that's how that works. Circle of life, I guess, something like that. She showed up. She did a cool flip. TLDR on Lae'zel, she's very aggressive and frequently horny. That's all you really need to know. That was a high roll. Nice. Of course you have no movement.
Still breathing.
That was a series of high rolls.
Surprisingly adequate in battle. Now, to the helm.
Taste. Ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
I should equip a weapon, I guess. We have 2 light weapons here. Yeah, cool. Not a good portmanteau for horny and aggressive. Yeah, that is an awkward combo, huh? I mean, linguistically, at least. Okay, so we will very briefly have more than one party member in. Very briefly.
Machine makes them hostile.
Like, not yet.
I will ascend.
Why me?
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Having that candle is nice. There's a lot of silly stuff you can do with explosives and the like, and you can drop items from your inventory as a free action. That's gonna be useful. This is actually a quest item that we don't have a use for a while. It's not even really a quest item. You don't need it. It's just additional lore. There's a key for that. This way. I can do that in this order, I suppose. That's an explosive barrel. We want that. Barrelmancy is a thing. Look, it's Shadowheart, the goth girl you can actually fix. I saw someone refer to her as that, and I I laughed for a little too long. Also, her name's Shadowheart, and some people abbreviate that to Shart, which I just think is rude.
The construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
Baromancy in a Larian game? I'm shocked. Baffled, even.
Try that contraption next to the pot. Hurry! Come on! Get me out of this thing! Keep...
Oh, I didn't even get the option. I guess if you're small, you can't just bust it open. Murder elbow for XP. Oh, yeah, that's why you don't do that. That one goes hostile. Right. Last time I did this, I pulped the brain. Science. Just a little quick save. A little quick save as a treat. Yeah, I'm just role-playing as a time traveler. Channeling my inner Braun. Braun is in you too? I didn't know you were a goth girl.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
I'm just gonna pick up this treasure chest in case we need to make a barricade. Happens more often than you think. Really try hard, I see you instantly. What do you mean? I didn't do anything. First, look at my glorious character. Look how the hair and the beard are like one majestic piece.
Suddenly, then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
Of course I get a nat 20 here.
Feel the biomechanic shiver run.
Also, drink every time the narrator says authority. You'll die.
At last. I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness.
Of course I'd have bad internet today.
You keep dangerous
Is
company.
what it is. Gotta be honest, I expected Tactician to be harder. I know some of the upcoming fights at Act 3 are gonna be tough, but I'm up to Act 3 now. It's been pretty smooth. In my opinion, Act 2, with the exception of one section of Act 3, is the hardest part of the game. It's like the very beginning of Act 1, and then the end of Act 2, and then one section of Act 3 are the hardest parts of the game.
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
I'm Wag.
Shadowheart. One moment.
Act 3, you've had too much time to power spiral, especially if you know what the gear is. Yeah.
Finally. Let us make for the helm. We've wasted enough time already.
She's right. Lead on.
Found a bug in Remnant 2. What's the bug? There's the same, eventually become so powerful, fights aren't really a problem anymore. Yeah. But then the fun becomes, okay, how fast can I kill things? That's why I'm doing 2 characters. Can I change your prepared spells now? I can. Oh yeah, you start as trickery domain. Gross. Ew. Cringe.
No time to rest. Should mind my step.
We are nearing the cape.
Command drop. I wasn't gonna bother. Stacking up firestorms on a boss gets stuck and can't do anything. Yeah, that's not a bug. It's just how the physics work. Like, each one will add another slow, so you are slowing them down to the point where they really can't do anything, because, like, you've brought their ability to can to 0. They no longer can.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves. We will connect them.
It's so weird to me they give you 15 turns here. That's like a lot of time. Six? You had one job. And I'm short, so I don't have enough movement to finish the job there. That's cool. I could have mage-handed for this. It's fine. Trying to... That's fine. Keep it in there.
On I go.
Muscle memory. It's still appropriate. Yeah, I've brought up the fridging of Lae'zel already. The audiences seemed okay with it.
Best be on my way.
Early I can jump. Be in range. And short things have no movement. That's crazy. I guess I just can't interact with those. Okay, that's weird.
To focus. Have to keep going.
Almost through with the tutorial. Just need to, like, get over there.
Need to find a way forward.
Park you over there. Please it and freeze it. It's toxic. Classic. Can't throw corpses. Weak mage hand. Weak.
Time to strike. No time to waste. Need to act fast. On the move.
Just keeping them in the party for narrative reasons until I can then not have multiple people in the party. Of course that was a low roll. Mind Flayer's doing well this time.
Make way.
Need to reach the transponder.
The helm's alien transponder. You made it in time.
So you can kill the commander there to get a pretty good early game sword, but when you're breaking the game, there's better stuff you can get nearly as early. For Dream Guardian, I just made a purple half-orc. A specific shade of purple. You'll get it. But, yeah, it's just some purple half-orc. I wanted someone tall in contrast with the small. Loading. Yeah, I can tell when stream hiccups are from my PC and when they're from Optimum, because like when it happens during a loading screen, it's the PC. Hard to hang on by one hand for any length of time, like we're all dying in that situation IRL. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like not even holding long enough for a dramatic shot, just dead. Because I couldn't see so many times and realized Minthara and Drawer, yeah. The most screen time Minthara is gonna get. everyone holds their breath way too long in movies too. How about was it Mission Impossible
Unexpected
5
delays to
where he holds his
return
breath for
so
like
free
3 minutes
from
or something?
inflation.
Obviously, he's super
Your
spy, so like
past is still an
hand wave.
aching
But
void. If you
3 minutes while doing all that,
the death hole burrowed in your brain,
in fairness,
your
he does
future
like
will be as
drown.
dark as your past. Your head
Then he doesn't
whispers
die.
vengeance. You cannot wait to slice your way forth, seeking
Planning to
to
gloom
avert
plus
this
monk.
tragedy upon you.
Yeah, with situational respects to other things. Like, there might be brief windows of time where I have a wizard with me.
Maybe.
Been this way before.
Protected by the power of Scientology. Didn't work for the That 70s show, dude.
You drink in the pungent
Rotten
corpse.
prison piece of
Since you
shit.
awoke on the ship, your mind has been cold and empty, but something stirs. With your hands close to this body, you know nothing of why, but you find a half smile flittering across your face. This feels like home. There is something unknown and unspeakable deep within your heart.
I sharp.
You're alive. I'm alive.
Where's the manager?
How is this possible? I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing. First things first. We need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads. We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company. One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my
It
pawn,
would have been.
but you didn't. I'll remember that.
I actually
Lead
don't
the
get
way.
anything by having you, but like, it's fine. I just kind of want a second companion for a combat I can't skip without good stealth. So, like, these intellect devours, on Tactician difficulty, for anyone who hasn't played Tactician, they get a ranged attack that's, like, actually the scariest thing in Act 1. Vendor trash. Always save your shards. Always. How you doing, Sora? PG3 on this stream, very pog. Yeah, my ISP doesn't think it's pog. Optimum's being turbo shit today. But, oh well. This part later in spoilers aren't a concern. Inconsistency with this early memory stuff. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. Chris, this is what looting looks like. When you actually pick up things in your environment, like the plants. You taking notes? Hope you're better despite optimum shit. Yeah, I'm doing okay.
More of those wretched things.
I guess I could go this way. Shadow Heart, stay there. I don't need to set any of those yet. Here to encourage degeneracy, not watch. Ah.
I don't need any attention right now. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I could actually skip this with halfling stealth. How much HP did these have? More than I'm comfortable with. Maybe with a surprise round.
I'll strike you down. Better stay back. One strike will be lethal.
Time to meet your end.
Survival is all that matters. Light on my feet.
Onward.
So, fun fact about the speedrun of this game. You can beat this game in like 3 minutes by starting as Gale, and then murdering Shadowheart, stuffing her in a box, and then catapulting her to the end of the game. That is the actual speedrun of this game.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Ow.
Better get to it. Moving.
Still 90%.
Here we go again. These boots have seen everything.
DOS 2 follows a similar idea. How does that work? I don't want to know. Basically, companions can, like, party members can trigger dialogue. There's some dialogue triggers that initiate conversation, but if the person who initiated the trigger is unable to speak, it will have the next person who's available. So despite the fact that Gale is in a totally different area, it will warp him in for the conversation. Gale can roll credits in Act 2 before anyone else can for lore reasons. So basically you exploit how the physics in the game work. To send Shadowheart's corpse to trigger the dialogue for Gale to end the game.
You fight well. Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
Okay, level 2. Suppose you're going to miss out on 99% of the game. That's actually one of the achievements I don't have, getting that particular Gale ending. I'll get that at some point. So, level 2, we get Enhanced Sleep. So, Ranger is slightly slower start than Sorcerer because of that, but... Longstrider. Cancel out the bad movement. Archery. Yeah. We plan to introduce those chests too. The skeletons by Withers, they can't jump, so if you make a barricade and have cover, you can just shot them. There's an achievement for the Gale ending? Yeah. I gotta respec Shadowheart as soon as possible. Trickery Domain is just bad. Cleric is really interesting balance-wise in this game. Like, Cleric at level 1, compared to a lot of other classes at level 1, really good if you are the War Domain, or the Life Domain, or the Nature Domain. But Light is okay too. Basically, Trickery is trash. Tempest at level 2 is incredibly good. And then Cleric at level 5 gets Spirit Guardians. Crazy good spell. But then after that, it just kind of sucks. Cleric is weird. Like Bless. I can throw potions instead of using Cure Wounds, so we'll prepare Command. There's disappointment of that ending's my favorite part. Similar vibes to if you
So that's progress.
in Devil May Cry 5, you can beat the tutorial boss. And if you do, you roll credits and the game's like, oh okay. Cleric levels 5+ equals more Spirit Guardians. Yeah, Tempest gets some decent domain spells after that point too, but yeah, it's mostly just, hey, how much more do you want Spirit Guardians? Light Domain, Blaster Clerics, generally how I go with her, counterintuitively. Oh yeah, while we're here, let's talk about Paladin. So, YouTube and Reddit and stuff seem to have decided that Paladin is OP in BG3. And like, it's certainly good until you run out of smites. So late game, yeah, but that's where everyone has basically unlimited resources. Early game Paladin's turbo shit, because you're just a bad fighter cleric. That's the hill I'm gonna die on. Do a Shar cleric. You can't pick Shar, you have to do Shadowheart Origin. Which, like, I can do.
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others? I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry.
Oh. Yay.
Not a word. Let's try to keep that lovely neck of
Kiss.
yours in one piece. Hmm? And you, keep your distance. No need for this to get messy.
The knife is through my hand already.
Stow that blade, or I'll show you just how messy things can get.
Promises, promises. But I have other business, I'm afraid. Now,
Like, you've already hurt
I
me.
saw you on the ship, didn't I? Nod. You son of a...
Your mind twists. You're looking out of
My mind would twist if I was looking at that too.
dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on? The worm. Of course. That explains things somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
Can't blame you. I was looking forward to seeing yours.
A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
I'm in quite the state, but I think I'm Wag.
A pleasure. So, do you know anything about these worms?
Honest Trailer said it best. Baldur's Gate 3 is very realistic because everyone needs a long rest and a bunch of people have brainworms.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time. I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't a bad and good.
Yeah, alright, I sent him to camp. The Astarion thirst on the internet's real. The Astarion thirst has nothing on the Karlach thirst. Absolutely nothing on the Karlach thirst.
There. A mind flayer. And it's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if in... Just be careful.
Monster. Death is too good for it.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking
Really?
out
Maybe it's just the circles of them. I could both be horny for Astarion and Karlach. Yeah. That's why this game is BG3. The B is for buy panic. I mean, my Karlach thirst is a thing. Most of the people I know, not so much. It's interesting.
What's going on with that room?
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning.
Karlach is taken to get your dark urges away from her. Listen, the height difference makes it even more appealing.
A hand? Anyone?
I would love one. I would love one.
This branch of flesh is begging to be pruned, and its sap sucked from.
My mistress' eyelids! Stop! Cease, you lose!
As soon as the dreams cross the threshold of your imagination, you snap back to realize they have all come true.
You were supposed to lend a hand, not take one.
Joy floods through you. You were dazed on the Nautiloid, but now you are truly awake. Alive.
So yeah, no Gale. We don't get Gale in this playthrough. We just killed him. He's fucking dead. And we now have his hand. I'll just send to camp. You just like me for real, for real. I could probably do this at level 2. If I pass this intimidation check. You know, I could also just go in the other way. We'll do this for the XP.
You're both twice as tall as me, but have half the bloody backbone!
But we don't know what that thing even is. And what about the crypt?
I'm telling you, it's a ship. And the crypt can wait. Mari and Barton have been trying to break in for days. Now we... Stop!
I already stopped it, dude.
Ourselves competition already. That's our ship.
I don't want to hurt you, but provoke me and I'll keep stabbing long after you're dead. One! Yay!
You're all hot air. What are you look...
Okay, so this combat at level 2 is actually hard. Can't jump up there? Really? Like, really, really? Are you sure?
Talk to me.
Yeah, that's very much not ideal. I don't want to handle this.
Heading there.
Halfling luck didn't save me. Apparently not. Sleep? Really? Man, just picked up another weapon. Let's see. Well, I have more spell slots, so...
It shall be done.
Blood comes easy these days. fall by my hand.
Missing the 70%. You love to see it.
Can't slow down.
Game's so good, totally addicted right now. It's fantastic, Brendan. Absolutely love it. Okay, as long as this caster doesn't do anything crazy, I think we're still in good shape. I need to stop missing these shots, though. It's kind of important. Because now Shadowheart's actually in trouble. Like, I had a lot of turns to deal with this one. Do a nice arrow in the hopes that it trips. It tries to move. Go over here. If they make it all the way over here, I can start shoving people off.
Concentrate.
60%. Right. Darker just being a silly little fella. It's so true. That's unfortunate. Slip, slip, slip. Og. Alright, come on. 70%. Don't make me close distance and stab. Thank you. Fuck. So Shadowheart's gonna get murked by that archer, I think. Yeah, that archer has high ground. I can get her into cover and she'll be fine.
Let's end this.
Mm. 84 and you fuck. Okay. Feeling weird just because the bleed is going to be annoying otherwise. Over here is best. Yeah, the archer's AI is doing haha silly. Nice miss. Exceptionally good RNG there.
I'm ready.
Crit and the days? That's huge. Well, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. How you doing, Cyclops? Been ages since I could catch a stream. I've been enjoying Baldur's Gate. It's fantastic. This is I've done several playthroughs, but I want to do a duo tactician for stream. I did solo tactician for my last playthrough. I got a co-op run going. I've done 2 playthroughs before that. It's just a fantastic game. Awesome. Absolutely love it.
One down, millions live.
So I gotta hope that the mage thirsts the Shadowheart kill, and that this guy falls again. That's my win con here. The ice is gone there, right? That's not ideal. Don't miss. Fuck. That's so awkward, man. Going around the bench is going to provoke opportunity attacks. I roll. Thank you. Okay, we're back in it. Seen you playing a ton on Steam. It's been so refreshing to see people enjoy a CRPG like this, let alone D&D one that's so faithful to the system. Didn't account for that. That's on me. I didn't think that sorcerer had that much strength, or that wizard. What's your strength score? How'd you push me that far at -1? I have athletics proficiency. I guess that's because I'm small, actually. That makes sense. Did Shadowheart stabilize? She did. But yeah, BG2 is one of my favorite games of all time, and this is a worthy successor. Looking for an angle where I can jump back up. Might have to take 2 turns to do it. Which is, not ideal.
Better be cautious.
Yeah, Shadowheart's gonna die.